as president, I have a unique responsibility to try and make this town work. So to everyone who voted, I want you to know that I hear you. To the two-thirds of voters who chose not to participate in the process yesterday, I hear you too. All of us have to give more Americans a reason to feel like the ground is stable beneath their feet. The point is, it's time for us to take care of business. There are things this country has to do that can't wait another 2 years or another 4 years. There are plans this country has to put in place for our future. I'm going to begin engaging Congress over a new authorization to use military force against ISIL. The world needs to know we are united behind this effort, and the men and women of our military deserve our clear and unified support.
We'll have the largest number of Republican chambers and state legislative seats held in history. So it was a historic night at every single level. This was all about a direct rejection of the Obama agenda. As all of you know, President Obama said very clearly that his policies were on the ballot, and voters were very clear in return. They want nothing to do with the policies of Barack Obama and Hillary Clinton.
They have been obsessed with repealing the Affordable Care Act. You know what they say, 50th time is the charm. Maybe when you hit your 50th repeal vote, you will win a prize. Maybe if you buy 50 repeal votes, you get one free. So you got a pretty straightforward bill here. And this week, Congress will vote on that bill. And I want Americans to pay attention to see where their lawmakers' priorities lie here. Lower tax bills for millionaires or lower student loan bills for the middle class. This should be a no-brainer. You got a group of far-right Republicans in Congress who push this trickle-down economic plan, telling hard-working students and families, you're on your own. 2 years ago, Republicans in Congress nearly let student loan interest rates double for 7 million young people. Last year, they tried to strip protections from lower-income students. This year, House Republicans voted overwhelmingly to slash Pell Grants and make it harder for thousands of families to afford college. If you're a big oil company, they'll go to bat for you. If you're a student, good luck. Some of these Republicans in Congress seem to believe that it's just because that just because some of the young people behind me need some help, that they're not trying hard enough. They don't get it. Maybe they need to talk to Andy. These students work hard to get where they are today.
It was a frustrated Barack Obama who let loose at Republicans who've criticised his lack of leadership.
And then they're saying Obama's got to step in. You need to be here. I've been here. I've been doing Afghanistan and bin Laden and the Greek crisis.
In comments that will only infuriate Republicans, the president also compared the work habits of Congress to his daughters, who he says get their homework done early.
We are going to, start having to cancel things and stay here until we get it done.
The president has succeeded in playing 76 rounds of golf. He has succeeded in securing exactly 0 votes for his budget proposal.
With so much at stake, Barack Obama believes there will be a deal. But with the Republican leadership saying he's sorely mistaken if he believes the House will support any tax increase, so far there's little sign of one. Craig McMurtry, Lateline.
I have no more campaigns to run. My only agenda, I know because I won both of them. Let me be more specific. One faction of one party in one house of Congress, in one branch of government, shut down major parts of the government, all because they didn't like one law. This Republican shutdown did not have to happen, but I want every American to understand why it did happen. Republicans in the House of Representatives refused to fund the government unless we defunded or dismantled the Affordable Care Act. They've shut down the government over an ideological crusade to deny affordable health insurance to millions of Americans. In other words, they demanded ransom just for doing their job. And many representatives, including an increasing number of Republicans, have made it clear that had they been allowed, be clear, none of this is necessary. It's happening because a choice that Republicans in Congress have made. They've allowed these cuts to happen because they refuse to budge on closing a single wasteful loophole to help reduce the deficit. I understand, and I know that this has been some of the conventional wisdom that's been floating around Washington, that somehow, even though most people agree that I'm being reasonable, that most people agree I'm presenting a fair deal, the fact that they don't take it means that I should somehow, do a Jedi mind meld with these folks and convince them to do what's right. Well, they're elected. We have a constitutional system of government.